Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and in this video, we are going to talk about, unfortunately, the time has probably come where it's time for me to be real with you and talk about my feelings in Diablo Immortal and why I am probably done covering it seriously and being passionate about bringing you content on the game. Doesn't mean that the channel is going anywhere. I just want to say that right out the gate. I am still very passionate about the Diablo community and Diablo 4 and Diablo 3 and covering the news around Diablo and interacting with our Aftershock team and all of my friends in terms of being active in the Diablo community. But I do want to be honest with you and real with my viewers that the days of me trying hard in Diablo Immortal or grinding it at a high level are probably over with, and I'm going to be moving on to other Diablo projects. So that's what I'm going to talk about in this video. We're going to talk about why that's the case. I'm not going to do this video from a hateful, spiteful place. I'm not going to be ranting. I love the Diablo community. I love the Diablo franchise, but I am going to talk about why I've come to this decision and why I'm moving on. I'm going to talk about the good things, the bad things, the future of the Diablo content I'm going to make on this channel and all of that, just to keep you in the loop of my perspective on that topic. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so this is gonna be the second time that I'm moving on from a Diablo game and being a content creator, really diving in to going hard in the paint on that game. So on this very channel, years ago, I was a pretty full-time content creator for Diablo 3, doing many videos a week, being in one of the best hardcore clans and pushing for leaderboards and all that type of stuff. And then I eventually had to move on from Diablo 3 to cover other stuff. And then at Diablo Immortal was when I came back to really going hard in the paint on a Diablo game, and thus started uploading to this channel again. And right now I'm probably going to I'll at least do the next Diablo 3 season. I absolutely love the Diablo 3 seasons. They are just a blast for like 3 or 4 weeks. So much fun developing your account and progressing, starting from scratch and getting like the seasonal journey done and seeing, in that first month how you compare on the leaderboards to the other people playing your class. I absolutely love new seasons. So I'll probably do the next Diablo 3 season with a few of my friends, like Veiled Shot and stuff like that. And in terms of like the Aftershock team, we're not going anywhere on Diablo Immortal. We're still going to have a clan, and we're not abandoning anybody. I'm not telling anybody else to quit the game or anything. We're still going to be doing all of that kind of behind the scenes stuff and have Diablo Immortal as part of our Discord server and our community and our team and all that. It's just for me personally, I'm not going to really be trying hard or grinding the game anymore. I'm going to be shifting my focus on this channel to probably Diablo-centric news, whether it's Diablo 2 Remastered, some big patch, or Diablo 4 beta. I'll definitely cover that extensively here on the channel, and I'll definitely go really crazy on Diablo 4. I'll probably play it like 10 hours a day when it comes out and be producing tons of content and all sorts of stuff for the website and stuff that we do. So Diablo 4 will be the next big project, but I'll also probably dive in and play the next Diablo 3 season. I'll cover like what the leaderboards look like, and we'll just do some fun Diablo general content. So definitely no hatred towards anything about Diablo or the Diablo community or anything like that. But then if we talk about, why this decision is happening, why I'm choosing to move on from a franchise that I really love, and why it's time for me to kind of bow out from Diablo Immortal, I'll start with the good. We'll talk about the good and the bad, and eventually, the bad outweighed the good and kind of caused me to come to the very difficult decision to move on. But in terms of the good, I think the game visually and how it functions and all of that, they did very well on. I really like how it looks with that dark medieval aesthetic. It's very clean, and the launch was mostly good. It wasn't a bug-riddled mess like Diablo 3. It mostly went pretty smooth. For me personally, horrible luck. I mean, everything went wrong that could have went wrong when we were trying to dive into our Diablo Immortal project from the start. But for me personally, I literally got very bad symptomatic COVID literally the night before Diablo Immortal launched. Like literally the night before. Just got really sick, fever. I had to go in and get checked on, make sure everything's gonna be all right. And that was the night before Diablo Immortal launched. So I'm sitting here trying to play Diablo Immortal on launch day with 103 fever and probably the sickest I've ever been in my life, trying to play on launch day of Diablo Immortal, because I don't want to let my warband down and let my friends down and all of that. And then I was sick for probably 3 weeks. And then so the first 3 weeks, all the plans I had with my friends and you know, playing like crazy and being one of the best in the server and all that, I just physically couldn't do it. Like, there was no choice, there was no tough it out. I just physically couldn't do it. Even I run 2 different YouTube channels, and they were both dead for like 3 weeks. I just physically could not get in front of the camera and make a video. I was coughing every 5 seconds. It was just awful. So that was a rough thing. But even I say that you know, just kind of around the launch, it kind of brought my mind back to that. But in terms of the launch, it was good. Like I don't remember any crazy bugs or anything, you know, tons of crashes or crazy long queue times to get into the game or anything. So there was definitely some positives. I do think that the like cycle of strife as an overall general theme is a lot of fun. Some of my most fun in Diablo Immortal was meeting up with our team leaders and people in the community and trying to figure out, like, you know, who's going to play in this Rite of Exile fight and who's going to be going to this clan war. And in the early days of Diablo Immortal, for the first couple months, a lot of that was really exciting to theorycraft and build and try to build an organization and a team. So there was definitely some things that they got right, and they've also been doing a good job, you know, getting some you know, semi-often updates, introducing new legendaries, and trying their best to listen to some feedback and integrate some new things. The game is definitely getting better. So some of that would be in the positive side of things. Then for the negative side of things and the reasons that I'm going to be moving on to Diablo in general, and then eventually the Diablo 4 beta and transitioning this channel to Diablo 4, the main elephant in the room is that I can't grind resonance. That's just the main crux of the issue. That's 95% of it, is that I can't grind resonance. I can't. I like, if dungeons would drop like elder crests or gem powder, or if you could farm it in the open world, if there was a realistic path to grinding up that number, I probably wouldn't be making this video. That would probably solve 95% of my personal beefs with the system. Now, some people are going to disagree. Some people are going to say that it's a silly take, and that's fine. I'm just telling you my perspective as a Diablo player and how I feel about it. You know, for me personally, if I could grind resonance at a more realistic clip than we can, then I would probably still be playing, and I would still be excited to run the team and play the game a lot and grind up that number. In the terms of having full disclosure, I'll show you. I mean, I did get to 2,000 resonance. I probably spent, oh, I'm trying to be accurate here. I probably spent around 1,000. Somewhere in there. I did a pretty good job flipping the market, and I don't know if spending 1,000 for 2,000 resonance is good or not, but that's I spent somewhere around 1,000 and did my best to, you know, I come from a finance background. I worked in banking before becoming a content creator and all that, so I really enjoy markets and economies and trying to buy low and sell high and monitor the prices, and I nerd out over that kind of stuff. So I really enjoy playing the market and talking about it with my friends and stuff like that. So I got, you know, 2,000 resonance for about 1,000 spent, if I had to guess. But anyway, you know, if I had a realistic path, you know, at 2,000, it becomes really, really difficult to raise it without spending money. It just really, like getting up to like 1,000 is pretty realistic. 1,000 to 2,000, it becomes definitely a grind, and then after 2,000 you just really can't do anything without spending. So you know, that was 95% of the turnoff for me personally. And then after that, I would say the other small percentage, like 5 or 10% after the resonance issue, would be like the caps in the game. I'm an old school StarCraft, Diablo, PC gamer grinder. I love to play for 12 hours. As long as I'm progressing, as long as I'm being efficient, and I'm playing with my clan and playing with my friends, I can do the same dungeon for 12 hours straight and have fun. Like, I'm a grinder when it comes to these Diablo kind of games. And the fact that there's like the caps of like the XP, and the caps on the gems dropping, and the caps on the market trades, because a lot of my fun is flipping the market and participating in the economy, and you're capped on how many trades you can have. You're capped on all these weighted, these time gates and the crazy taxes, and it just really puts a puts a damper on how much fun I'm able to have in the market and how much fun I'm able to have grinding the game at the kind of high level that I want to be grinding it at. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. You know, I had fun, no regrets. Like I'm glad I played Diablo Immortal and all that. I'm excited for the future of the Diablo community. I think you know, having the mobile presence of Diablo Immortal is going to be good for the franchise. It'll bring more people into the Diablo community in general and introduce them. Like I can't tell you how many people I've talked to recently. You know, since Diablo Immortal came out, like this last like 6 months or so. Where they're like, they tried out the Diablo 3 season last season because they played Diablo Immortal, and they were like, oh, you know, I heard about this Diablo 3 new season. So I'm excited for Diablo Immortal bringing new people into the Diablo community, and I'm excited for the Diablo 4 beta whenever that launches here in the next month, somewhere around there. I'm excited to cover that extensively here on the channel and really dive into dissecting Diablo 4 and diving into a brand new Diablo game with all my friends and all of you here on the channel to cover it as best I can. So the future is bright. It's not the end of anything. It's not the end of this channel. It's not the end of my Diablo journey. It is simply a change in direction, a fork in the road, moving on to new horizons. So for those of you that were subscribed to this channel, I really appreciate your support throughout my time playing Diablo Immortal, and I hope that you will stick around and hang out for the future of the Diablo content that will be coming here, whether it's Diablo 3 or Diablo 4 or Diablo news. I'd love to have you, and I will do my best to cover all of that for you. So as always, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.